If you talk about demonstration, Sabasaba demonstration, you'll need several recordings. But today, allow me to comment on only three things. There is a pickup that there's a picture of a pickup where James Orengo, Martin Shikuku, and others had taken, and they were going around with it on Sabasaba Day. There is also an incident of women stripping naked at what is now called a Freedom Corner. And lastly, there is the tear gassing of the Cathedral during the same time. At that time, I was in service, and I would say that we were caught unaware. The intelligence was so good that we could predict everything to the point, but in those three occasions, which were together, the occasion of the pickup with the loudspeakers and Kina Orengo, Kina Shikuku, and others on it, caught us unaware. The incident of mother stripping caught us unaware, and also the tear gassing of a cathedral caught us unaware. And it was an embarrassment to the government and the person of Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. And this is what happened. We underestimated the force and the mood of the people in Kenya at that time. I was in Mandera at that time, but the police officers who were in Nairobi and the intelligence officers who were in Nairobi told us, because we share when we meet, is that you see, a normal team that is sent to quell a strike or a riot is usually composed of 32. A platoon, it's called a riot platoon. It is composed of 32 people and an inspector. So when there is large demonstration like that one in Nairobi, there are several 10, 20, even 30 platoons. But in small town, it's only one platoon. But the people who turned up were so massive, more than what the intelligence had predicted. So you find that in a certain corner, you could find about 4 police officers trying to quell the rioters. And when the rioters would surround them, the police officers would look around to see if their bosses are seeing them, and making sure that the bosses are not seeing them, they would raise the 2-finger salute, the 2 victory finger salute, and say, tuko na nyinyi, hata mkituona tuko na uniform, tuko na nyinyi. And that is why you find that on the streets there were very minimal confrontation and very minimal harming. That was on the streets. Now the ladies went and congregated at the Freedom Corner. A decision was made that just let them stay there because of the cold and because of the hunger. They would get tired, but they were determined. These are ladies, mostly, yeah, there were wives there, but a good number of them were mothers to the detainees. So they were saying that their sons should either be taken to a court of law and convicted in a normal case, or be released. But the government just thought that by leaving them there, being old and frail, that the coldness and the hunger would make them stop it. But it never. So the police were sent there. You see, these are old ladies. They are cold because they have stayed in the cold. They are hungry, they have not eaten. And then when they are beaten by young boys, younger than their own sons, they would walk away. But they were so much determined that, to the best of my understanding, that thing was not planned. It was just something that happened at the spur of the moment. I think these ladies saw that if they tried to run, these were young boys who could still catch up and beat them. So they saw that the only thing was to curse them and undress. So that is when they undressed, and the policemen were embarrassed, so they withdrew. And that is when lorries now, police women were rounded up to come and get these women. Then the women moved over to the church, the cathedral. When they went to the cathedral, an unfortunate thing happened that Moi, who never missed a church, and Moi, have you ever seen? Actually, there are some people, me included, who believed that Moi's rungu had more than what meets the eye, because he was never seen without the rungu except on Sundays when we went to church. So kama kuna uchawi, then uchawi haiwezi kutana na kanisa, sivyo? But then Moi, who was claimed to be a religious person, a God-fearing person, sent people to go and throw tear gases to those ladies. How unfortunate it is. I just wanted to share that experience with you, especially the millennials who are not there. Thank you.